Hello everyone, my name is Carolina Jaramillo and I'm going to talk about globalization in education for my interculturality philosophy approach class. So let's start with globalization, that is this increasing trend of interaction between people. Now we have communication, transportation, and technology that help us to do not have physical barriers or limits and have information worldwide. So globalization a, has a positive and negative impact. For some people, it's associated with progress, prosperity, and peace. But for others, however, the world has conjured up deprivation, disaster, and doom. And I understand why globalization can be a negative thing. For example, if we talk about cultures, dominant cultures that suppress and eliminates like the minorities, that's a negative impact of globalization, of mass communication. But I strongly believe that globalization can be a good thing if we as humans learn to be tolerant and to accept differences. So I'm gonna talk and focus about globalization in education because globalization is extremely wide and globalization and education is also extremely wide. So I'm gonna focus on developing intercultural competence. We need students, international students, and people worldwide to have intercultural competence, developing four skills: emotional intelligence, social intelligence, perspective taking, and adaptability. I'm gonna put an example of an international student, Asian international student living in the States, so we can understand a little bit more. Focusing on adaptability. In the class, we have seen there are many ways in which one person from one culture can get in or be rejected in another culture. For example, if you am a Chinese student living in the States, I have my norms, worldviews, perspective, language, symbols, narratives, all associated in me, and I'm going to enter in a new culture, and I can have a different mechanisms to adapt, like integration or discrimination. So here is a case of discrimination where in the University of Wisconsin dorms, an Asian international student live with an American student, and they have this conflict. The American students complain about the smell of food from international roommates. It's because they are not used to these smells. They want to dominate the other students because they are getting in, so they had to adapt. And that's not the way we can manage conflict. Another thing they were complaining is that they don't try to interact with international students or Asian international students because their English is difficult to understand. I know language can be a barrier, but you can make an effort to try to understand and have friends. If you are living with someone and sharing a dorm with someone, you have to try to avoid conflict and have like, if you not to avoid conflict but to resolve conflicts. Another complaint was that they do a night talk skyping or FaceTiming with their families, and that makes noise and you cannot sleep. And that's because the difference in timelines. Chinese and American have different timelines, so it's difficult to have a interaction with family and friends if you have a half of a day difference. So this Chinese student complained that they do not show interest in their culture, they do not have patience, and they they have discriminated her because she is different and they don't want to get close. So to avoid or prevent this uh, conflicts, I have thought about two ideas: collaboration and compromise. First, you need to confront that and recognize there is a conflict. It's something that's happening and you have to do something about it. Then the next step is to do integration and seeking a solution by both sides. And then you have to soothe the conflict. But it's not a thing about who dominates more or who changes. It's about the second part, compromise. Give something and receive something. So both can be happy. That both dorm roommates can be happy in the dorm and can have their space, or maybe can have scheduled times to cook and to talk, and you have to respect that schedule, and it's not that big deal. So I have to focus that interculturality is an attitude that in way no cultural or nation philosophy is superior than another. That's very, very important, because I do think that globalization in education can have this conflict of dominating minorities, and that is not right. Uh, I have to show you my references if you have time to read a little bit more, and I hope you do not have questions. Thank you.